Welcome back to another crypto video. Okay, I don't have my guitar. That was quite awkward. It doesn't matter. So today, guys, we're going to talk about AAVE, one of my favorite DeFi projects. This is a liquidity protocol in the DeFi space, and I still think it's got smashing results for the future. And looking at the recent sell-off and major correction that we have had entering this bearish territory, I still think AAVE is holding quite well, and it's sitting quite tightly in this kind of reaccumulation zone, which we did kind of fall out of, by the way. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I just also want to say as well, I'm very sorry for the absence recently. I know I haven't been around for 4 weeks. I have been in the Philippines, as some of you might know, and it was quite stressful. Like the last few weeks, is trying to get into a European country. You know, going through all the different protocols and all the different regulations. So I've just really been focused on how can I get home. Like that's been the biggest priority for me at the moment. So I'm finally in Greece, which isn't my home country, but my next stop is back to England, which is where I live, and I'll be flying in 4 days. So, you know, I've always been keeping an eye on the crypto space, of course, and I thought I'd just leave us with a video today. So let's have a look at Aave. So Aave is an open source DeFi protocol, right? You can borrow, you can lend, you can have control over your money, and you know you can deposit your money just like any other pools to gain reward and use it as a generation tool for wealth. So you know you can farm essentially just like the other DeFi spaces such as PancakeSwap. You can provide liquidity, and over time you will receive profits. So let's just have a look at Aave on the coin market cap. It's still has a relatively high market capital of 2.5 billion, so there's no real concerns there. If we look at the shape, the trading pattern here, we can see this range is just all accumulation. Look how much support is here, 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 and now we've kind of fallen out of support, and we'll talk about that a bit later on. So the all-time high for Aave, I believe, was what was it? It was over here. This is really a euphoric stage. It was £457. So we have seen a roughly a 60% retracement, which is technically on all indicators very bearish. Fear levels are extremely high at the moment, but it doesn't mean that there isn't going to be a good future for this coin. It's on all exchanges. It's very accessible. It's very user friendly. If we take a look at the website, we can see we've got 18.5. Is that billion? $18.5 billion liquidity protocol. Aave is an open source and non-custodial liquidity protocol for earning interest on deposits or borrowing assets. So yeah, that's quite a large market. I mean, take a look at that and look at the different options we have here. Over here, I mean, you can deposit or borrow money. The APR is relatively small compared to traditional banking systems. So this is quite nice to see actually. The website is fairly easy to navigate. I could go into the white papers, but I'm not going to in this video. And if we take a look at their Twitter space, we can see that their motto here is deposit, earn, control, innovate. Very big following base, 240,000 followers. So they do have a large network. They have a big community, which is very important for any kind of growth in the crypto space. So let's hop over to Aave on the charts over here. Sorry for you that are more familiar with the USD currency. I'm sitting in GBP over here. So I've removed all my drawings at the moment. We can see during the bear market we had a very low price. This is when I believe it released on Coinbase. I remember buying some, but I remember selling it far too early. I didn't buy enough. I sold too soon. Very common mistake. I probably would have sold around here thinking, wow, I doubled my money. You know, what could possibly happen? Then I remember seeing this leg up over here, and I remember buying in a bit higher, and things were a bit more tricky. So what has happened here? We've had the wick off distribution, of course, around this area, which has led to a really big correction, maybe around 60%, but maybe around more on this lower wick, 70%. So that's the overall correction size on this lower wick over here. And around here was just complete reaccumulation opportunity to sell at this euphoric point over here where we were so overextended on the 20-day moving average. I mean, check that out. if we were to go to the weekly time frame and have a look how overextended we are, I mean, that just tells you everything, doesn't it? Well, let's move to the daily. We're going to get a bit more information. Look how overextended we were. I mean, look at all this space here and here. It was not realistic to maintain such an increase in such a short space of time. So the correction has happened, the sell-off has happened, and hopefully this will just be a 6-month kind of reaccumulation zone for these fantastic projects that we can now invest in and utilize for our own benefit. So let's have a little look. We're gonna put the drawings on of what I think is going to happen. So the way I see it is we had this stage of, the market was growing, more interest was happening globally, people were investing, people were learning about cryptocurrency, more people were buying in, FOMOing in, and we created this lovely local high over here around £380. We had a bit of a sell-off, but the correction was very mild. It wasn't a huge correction, and we found, we retested this resistance, and it's now support, took another impulse up, another retracement, and then we kind of hopped along this channel over here. We did come down here through another sell-off, which I believe was a Bitcoin market correction. So we just touched support once again. I mean, if you check out the, where is it? If you just look here, one support. Okay, this is resistance now becoming support. Another touch, and we still have a few touches over here. Let's hop onto the 6-hour time frame. We're now trading within a bit of a descending triangle. So the price is squeezing, tension is coiling. And what I've noticed is we've produced a double bottom here. We broke this neckline and we saw quite big gains. And now we're trending at the bottom here, and it looks like we're producing another double bottom. The question is, are we going to go up or down? If we go up and we take the length of this triangle, which is really hard to do, there we go, we may potentially see, I don't think we'll come up this high. I think we'll retest these resistances around £280. So I think we could see a potential, what's that in percentage? 40% increase, over the weeks. This isn't going to be an instantaneous thing. Over the weeks, we could see another 40% leg up and trade in the higher areas over here. We can see this box is all reaccumulation zones. Perfect opportunity to reaccumulate. If you bought here, bought here, you've got a really good average, because there's a very good chance AAVE will exceed these levels again. Bearish scenario, guys, I mean, we have to be pragmatic. We have to look at both of the situations. If we take the Fibonacci retracement tool, right, if we take just before the impulse and we go up to the local high over here, I don't think this is the all-time high for AAVE, no way. We can see that we trace perfectly to the 0.786 Fibonacci ratio, which is where we had a lot of support. We had a bit of continuation over here, consolidation for a long time. So what I think might happen is we'll retest this lower wick again. Because this is a wick, it means that buyers come in very quickly and push the price back up within a time frame. So it was just very much a touchdown. I think what could potentially happen is we might fall out of this triangle. We might retest this support zone over here before, making a bounce back to the upside. So I've got my eyes on two scenarios. It's either a long or a short position, but I will be looking out for this 0.786 Fibonacci ratio, because I think we are in a strong downtrend. There's no denial about that. So we're probably more likely to fall out of this position at around £160, which I'll be buying into for sure. I'll be placing a trade if things look possible. We're in a bear market, so I'm not looking to hold this one too long. I will sell the rally. I'll sell the impulse. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen. I don't see any all-time highs in the short term. In the midterm, possibly we'll see something again. However, I think it's good just to stay cautious and just focus on reaccumulation, and don't get too greedy right now. I mean, it's not the best thing to do, but it's a fearful market. Reaccumulation is key, and just try and dollar cost average down. So that's what my advice would be here. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm looking out for these key levels that we're either going to fall out of this triangle or push the upside. But I think it's just a little bit more likely that we're going to fall to the downside. So it's very good to put another video back out there, guys. I hope that you did take away some key information from this video, whether it's just understanding where the price may move to next, or if it's just discovering AAVE as a DeFi platform. So thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me the time. And if you are new here, just give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, just get the algorithm kind of ticking over again. I think YouTube is probably punishing me for my absence, so I could do with any kind of comments, likes, and support over here right now. I'm going to try and put out maybe just 3 videos at the moment because I need to get home and I've got some other things to wrap up over there. But I will be back highlighting on some interesting projects, mostly altcoins and the ones I have big belief in. So yeah, thanks guys and peace.